Child custody battle gets messier as Davido reveals sordid details about Sophia and Dele Momodu. Are we still on this? This is getting messier for the sake of iMade. For the sake of iMade, they should allow this fire that is brewing, this fire that is burning, they should pour it cold water. It is not going to be funny. Read it in detail, please. The child custody battle between Afrobeat star David Adeleke, also known as Davido, and the mother of his second child, Sophia Momodu, has taken a messy turn following his remark on social media. Davido took to social media to give a detailed explanation of what transpired between the pair on Monday. The saga started a few days before Davido celebrated wedding to his longtime partner, Chioma Rowland, while he filed a lawsuit against Sophia to demand custody of the child, iMade. Sophia, who rejected the move, filed a counter affidavit against Davido, saying he was not fit to be given custody of the 7-year-old child. She gave several reasons, including the death of Davido's son, Ifeanyi, who drowned in a swimming pool for refusing to release the girl. She insisted that the singer was not fit to be the granted custody of their daughter because he was always not available and does not possess the ability to dutifully care for her. She added that he would expose her daughter to dangerous vices, including smoking. As the feud escalated, Davido took to social media to share details of his predicament with his baby over the custody of their daughter. The musician also explained why he has acted in certain ways, particularly on Sophia. He wrote, and I quote, "When the second trimester of Sophia's pregnancy was closing, she tortuously announced to me that she was on the family way. My mind was bemused, and so was my soul confused. But I quickly realized that nothing more could be done to alter my status as a father-to-be. I knew that I was not ready to be a dad. Still, I adjusted myself to the realities of my new situation and the consequences of my past personal indiscretions. I made the determination that I was going to be a good dad. I also reasoned that my blunder is not enough pretext to make me a husband. I was just 21, and so I decided to be a responsible dad without being husband to the mother of my baby. I was never in love with Sophia, neither was marriage ever in the offing. Without knowing for sure that I was the real dad of the baby, I entrusted Sophia to the service of a private hospital for both prenatal and postnatal medical cares. An apartment at Lekki was leased for 2 years and paid for by me. The burden of medical bills, feeding, transportation, and sundry costs rested on my person. No family member of Sophia, including Uncle Dele Momodu, rose to help nor guide Sophia. I owned my property at Lekki and had allowed Sophia to stay in the house because she claimed that she knew nobody in Lagos and that her father was deceased while her mother was resident in Abuja. For real, Sophia was a drifter without a dime, education, nor career. My compassion, ignorance, naivety, and poor judgment had combined to make me a victim to a much older lady with super cunning sense that was mixed with a vicious and diabolical nature. I stand accused but calmly accepted my responsibility for the sad misadventure that cost me a seatmate with Sophia on the plane that was flying nowhere. All along, I have only been generous with Sophia without knowing for sure I was the father to the baby she was carrying. On May 14, 2015, Sophia delivered a baby named iMade. It was after Sophia had delivered the baby that DNA testing medically confirmed that I was indeed the biological father of our child named iMade. Once this status was obtained, Sophia started to apply maximum financial demands on me. I bought all the baby things and fully furnished her apartment. Sophia knew well how to spend money and yet contributed zero to the vast expenses that I incurred. None in her family contributed even a fake coin to the cost of having iMade. Uncle Dele Momodu, now the pompous moralist, never visited Sophia, nor even delivered an ordinary greeting card to iMade, nor to her mom. Throughout the many months that Sophia stayed at my house, when she claimed she has no family in Lagos, Uncle Dele Momodu and his bossy wife never showed up at my house to say hello to either of us. When the going was good, Sophia had told me plenty things about her uncle, Dele Momodu, that I need not repeat here. And she never invited me to go with her to visit him, and I do not have the knowledge that she ever visited him throughout the time she stayed in my house. She always explained that a visit to Uncle Dele was needless and unnecessary. Uncle Dele Momodu never liked and still does not like Sophia. He is now grandstanding because Sophia had a baby for a fairly prominent family and famous Davido. The case of Mrs. Momodu baffles me even more. Why did she not think it necessary to move to Sophia's apartment to help her out and show her the tricks of motherhood when Ahmed was newly born? Not even once did she visit Sophia and her baby until December 2015. She gave neither care, love, nor financial support to Sophia. Now, at 7 months and a child with special medical needs, Mrs. Momodu rushed to the Lagos airport to make an awful botch of her standing as a mother. Mrs. Momodu is certainly not a good person. She put time and energy to prevent my daughter and I, the real father of Ahmed, from traveling abroad to keep an appointment with the American hospital, Dubai. At the point of dying in November 2015, Ahmed had been rushed to this medical facility in Dubai, where she received helpful and adequate treatment, and she was duly returned to Nigeria without any side excursions. What then suddenly propels the fear of dangerous love of Mr. and Mrs. Momodu for Sophia? I deeply sense that this couple never loved Sophia nor her late father. They also resent her mom and probably are jealous that Sophia even become a mom herself, and thus wish that Sophia's daughter, who is also my daughter, must needlessly perish. Where is the inherent value in a callous human ploy that directly intends to prevent a child from receiving necessary medical care abroad once the biological father, David Adeleke, the child's grandfather, and all my siblings who are uncles and aunts to Ahmed are booked to fly on this essential medical trip to which we have attached a restful family vacation? Sophia ain't a member of our family, period. Surely, Sophia was not with Ahmed when she first visited Dubai, and yet Ahmed was promptly returned to Nigeria. And no one says Sophia cannot come to Dubai, except that I declare that I don't want the trip to seem like a spousal getaway. Sophia ain't my wife, and I refuse to let any action conspire to make us look like a couple. She seemed unable or unwilling to pay her way to Dubai. Also, her boastful uncle, alas, refused to volunteer to pay her way to Dubai. I never suggested to an elder what he should take up as his personal responsibility if indeed he cared at all for Sophia, as his robust involvement in our old relationship wishes to establish. Mr. Momodu never bought the ticket but wanted to enforce his cousin to join my family on this Dubai trip, and yada yada yada, the story continues. Now I am going to say this, I don't care the amount of animosity between Davido and Sophia. I don't care, but they should make sure Ahmed gets the fatherly love and the motherly she deserves to become a responsible adult. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen until I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.